Right now on Spotlight on Florida, a Florida amphitheater is number 2 in the country, and their world ranking is just as impressive. We'll talk to them and find out how they claimed a top spot. A super famous comedian will launch a new comedy tour in Florida, and some turtle safety tips you should share with your friends, neighbors, and customers. I'm Joel Silver in the Spotlight on Florida Tourism News Studios. Let's get into some headlines. Let's start headlines with some entertainment news, and this is a fun one. You know him from Saturday Night Live for his impeccable fashion sense and his eye-catching golf swing. Soon, Floridians and tourists will have the chance to see him in person. Funny man Adam Sandler announced he is hitting the road, bringing his You Are My Best Friend tour to over 30 cities this fall. Of course, if you're going to pick a state to start a big tour, which one are you going to pick? Of course, Florida. The tour will start on September 5th in Jacksonville, Florida, and end way out in November in Las Vegas, with dozens and dozens of stops in between. Here are the first 4 cities, all here in Florida: Jacksonville, Florida, Tampa, Florida, Miami, Florida, and Estero, Florida. So there may be some extra travelers in your area. If somehow you don't know who Adam Sandler is, the actor gained the largest recognition for his roles in movies such as Grown Ups, Happy Gilmore, 50 First Dates, and dozens more. He does have a new movie coming out, though. He is reprising his role in Happy Gilmore. It's a sequel on Netflix, Happy Gilmore 2. So get out there, that's going to be a fun one. Can't wait to see Adam Sandler. Hurricane news now. The new hurricane season is upon us, and everything looks clear so far. We have good news still from businesses reopening from previous hurricane seasons today. The Beach Bar on Fort Myers Beach officially reopened July 4th, nearly 3 years after Hurricane Ian destroyed the original location. A ribbon-cutting ceremony took place at the new 5,813 square foot beachfront venue, which includes a walk-up bar, retail space, covered seating, and turtle-friendly glass and lighting to protect hatchling sea turtles by controlling beachfront illumination. It's really important to them. Owned by siblings Madeline and Greg Boyd, it is the first small business on the island to be fully rebuilt from the ground up since the storm. Now there's a lot more open there, but this was the first to be built ground up. So everybody very happy now to be in their brand new building. Now, tourism tip, and as long as we're talking about turtles, here are some tips to share about turtle protection in Florida, and this is from the people that know. We will post this separately on social media if you want to share this story with others and make sure everybody's taking care of our Florida sea turtles. Turtle nesting season is in full swing now, and beach season also is in full swing, and that means the areas that these turtle nest are busier than usual. But with so many people on the beach, nesting sea turtles face all these additional obstacles. There's a few things that can be done to be considerate of these locals, and we mean the turtles, of course. Follow the principles of clean, dark, and flat. So keep the beach clean, leave it dark. Turtles can be disoriented by light, so you have to leave it dark. If you've got a beachfront property, if you're a hotel, draw your blind, your curtains, and turn your exterior lights off. Leave the beach flat by filling in your holes when you're done for the day and flattening your sandcastles. If you do see a sea turtle, be respectful of the barriers. As you know, we always highlight a big event happening in Florida, and today it's an upcoming event. Coming up in August, it is the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association Summit. This is a huge event every year. Operators in the restaurant industry, the hotel industry, all come together to find out the latest and greatest of what's happening in the hospitality industry. Let's take a look at some highlights from last year.
Welcome to the 12th Annual Summit.
The FRLA Summit is obviously a great event to be at. All these vendors you get to be face-to-face with right in front of the contacts.
I got a chance to meet some incredible colleagues that now are going to be friends for a long period of time, hopefully, and got a chance to hear all the keynote speakers who had incredible insights about the industry, best practices, and some great relationships with new vendors that I haven't met before. So for those of you who haven't had a chance to attend, I would encourage you to come next year. I know already I'm going to sign up for the next year's event.
I just had the distinct pleasure of presenting at the FRLA Summit here in Hollywood, Florida, at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, and it was an incredible event. And I just want to say thanks for the opportunity to be associated with such a great organization.
It's like a family reunion. The people are so nice, and it's been very successful for us. We've met a lot of people, made a lot of friends.
but been to every one of the FRLA summits. I think this year was the best. Super engaging topics, great relationships and networking. I think the speakers were fantastic, and it's always great to meet new vendors and new sponsor opportunities as well.
I definitely think coming to these summits is very beneficial to my career. It gives me the chance to not only show my face, but show my skills with people. And I also get to see what the industry has for me. Now, it's not only just restaurant and lodging, you have sales, you have airlines, you have event planning. There's lots that comes with hospitality and tourism. And if it wasn't for the FRLA, I would not know that. So I'm very grateful to be here.
It is time to talk tourism, and we have another great national ranking to share with you. Next to me, Diana Markovitz, Director of Public Relations and Partnerships at SJC Cultural Events. And we are talking about amphitheaters today and how high we are now ranked with the AMP Amphitheater in St. Augustine. Diana, welcome to Spotlight on Florida.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. Hello, everyone.
All right. Well, let's jump right into it. It's Pollstar Magazine ranked you number 2 in the country as an amphitheater. What does it take to be the number 2 amphitheater?
It takes a lot of fans. It takes a lot of fans, and it takes some great artists that bring the fans out, to be honest. We're thrilled that people choose us to see artists that might be also playing in Orlando or Miami, up in the Panhandle. So the fact that so many people want to come to St. Augustine, Florida, to see some of their favorite artists, really speaks volumes about the venue, speaks volumes about the destination as well. The music tourism aspect to live concerts is on fire right now. People want to go see their favorite acts in some of their iconic venues, and we're just happy to be one of them.
Man, I love it. Give me some of the numbers for the AMP. Seats, people, what do we got?
Certainly, yes. So we have, we're going to have a record-breaking year this year. We'll have roughly 80 shows this year at the St. Augustine Amphitheater. Wow. Each show can fit up to 4,800 people. It depends if you have a standing or seated pit, which is often dictated by the artist if they want to have people seated or standing during their show. But we can fit up to 4,800 people. Like I said, we'll have 80 concert events a year. We have a weekly farmers market as well every Saturday, just about every single week of the year. We have about 700 people an hour come through the St. Augustine Amphitheater Farmers Market, which is free and welcome to the public from 8:30 to noon every Saturday. Then we have community events as well. So it's pretty hopping place, and we're really proud. But for the Pollstar ranking, it was based on number of tickets sold. So we out of the entire United States, we're number 2 for the number of tickets sold, right behind Red Rocks Amphitheater in Denver, Colorado.
Unbelievable. I mean, and there's a good number of amphitheaters, right, around this country.
There are a lot of amphitheaters.
Yeah, I love it. St. Augustine looking good. And hey, not too shabby either. You take it bigger, number 3 in the entire world.
The entire world. It really is something to see your name up next to another venue in Sydney, Australia. It really is a moment of pride for us. But again, without the fans coming, without the people who are excited to see live music, without those big names coming, we wouldn't be ranking this high. So we attribute all of that success to the music fans that come out and want to come see a show under the stars at the amphitheater. Man,
that's awesome. So, I mean, it's such a great thing just to be ranked there. And number 1, I mean, it's hard to compete with Sydney, obviously. Yeah. They're pretty well known. But so now you got this success. How are we going to manage that success? What are you going to do?
We're going to continue booking amazing acts. Again, our lineup ranks up there with some of these major amphitheaters throughout the world. So we'll welcome people like Ringo Starr. I mean, of the Beatles, Ringo Starr of the Beatles played the amphitheater last weekend. That's huge. We'll welcome country music star Brad Paisley. He's playing arenas. He's a big name for us to be welcoming. And then we've got Jon Batiste, who is just a phenom at jazz and R&B, and we are so excited to welcome him. And then you have folks like John Legend and Bailey Zimmerman, who is an up-and-coming country star. So we really just keep the diversity So we really aim to represent all musical genres, or as many as we possibly can. So there's something that appeals to everyone. And that's our secret, is that we get these big names that appeal to everybody. And these names keep coming back because they love playing the St. Augustine Amphitheater.
Yeah. I mean, it's incredible. They're all stopping in on the way. Now, I love it. I'm sure a lot of the attendees are locals, but here on Spotlight on Florida, we talk tourism. So you have any idea, are people coming in to see these concerts?
We do know that from ticket sales, 63% of attendees are from outside of St. Johns County and Duval County. So
Big
people are coming and they're staying overnight. They're traveling more than, a 90-mile radius. We see a lot of folks coming from Tampa, St. Pete, Miami, Pensacola. Atlanta is a big pull for us. Savannah, Georgia, Charleston. A lot of people come. Like I said, it's music tourism, and the fact that people, you can come and see a landmark and be in love with the landmark. It's fantastic to see a fort that was built hundreds of years ago, right? And you can go there 3 or 4 times, but after a while, you want to see something new. And live music presents that for you. It's always new. Every single show is different. Every set is different. So I met a couple that traveled around the United States to see their favorite band, and their favorite band was Boston, and they had seen them 30 times. So wow. It's a big deal for people to see bands in their favorite setting. And we're as testament to the Pollstar rankings, we're quickly becoming one of those favorite music destinations for live music.
That is incredible. I don't know if this is a good question or a bad question, all right? But, I mean, I went to many concerts growing up. Just this silly thing, but do we do any paper tickets anymore? Is everything digital? I remember being able to have that ticket so you could remember your concert.
Sure.
What's happening now?
We are all digital now. Our ticketing partner is Access. We feel that it helps reduce waste. You're not printing out all that paper anymore and using all that ink. It also reduces the chances of someone handing off tickets and reusing them or scalping. So going digital really helps us protect the consumer in many ways. But yes, we understand people used to get that paper ticket and they were so excited about it.
Right? You used to save it, put it in your scrapbook. I mean, I don't know if people do scrapbooks anymore. That might be gone too. But I remember being able to hold that ticket. It was pretty cool. But yeah. Everything's digital now.
Everything is digital.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it allows us to get those numbers as well. Talk to me about the whole cultural situation in St. Augustine and in your area, because you've got a few venues there and you're just managing them all, right?
We manage the St. Augustine Amphitheater, and then about 40 minutes north here, we manage the Ponte Vedra Concert Hall. It is currently under renovation, opening August 1st. It had a $10 million renovation. No details left unattended to. We want this to be a top premier, intimate indoor music venue for people all throughout the southeastern United States. Again, it's located on North A1A and Ponte Vedra Beach, and it will have a capacity of 615 seated, a little over 1,130 standing. So it's a really versatile building, and we think that people will find it to be one of the most intimate settings with the best sound and visuals that you could possibly have for a live music experience.
I'm going to have to get out there at some point. I'm going to have to see all of this. I definitely got to see the amp.
We certainly hope to see you, and we'll have something for you, because at Ponte Vedra Concert Hall, we'll have over 180 shows a year there. That's our goal.
Unreal. I mean, so listen, we talk about Florida. We are a diverse state. We've got rural, urban, we've got everything all over this state. What are we looking at mostly in St. Augustine, and what do you like? What's your style of music that you like?
My style of music is anything that brings the energy. I'll be completely honest. It could be any genre, as long as the spirit is there and the live music. It is just such an excitement, and it's a contagious excitement. So I love, even if it's something that as a recorded artist, I'm not that into, if I see that person live, like Brad Paisley, you just don't get a better live show than with Brad Paisley. That man brings it. Pitbull, we had Pitbull a few years ago. Yeah. One of the biggest, funnest shows I've ever seen. It was like having the Super Bowl halftime show right there at the St. Augustine Amphitheater. It was amazing. So for me, my personal preference is anybody that brings that energy, that connects with those audience members, that helps them feel the excitement of what a live event does for people. We really take great aims to ensure that the artist has a phenomenal time when they come to the venues, because if they have a great time, they put on a great show. So when they come to the St. Augustine Amphitheater, We offer them local cuisine, local coffee. If they want to go surfing, we take them surfing. If they want to go to Alligator Farm or go golfing, absolutely, let's hop in the bus and go. So it's really important for us to show the artist a great time, as equally important as to show the patron a good time, because both of those are both of our audiences. And if they're having a great time, they're going to come back.
I love it. I love it when everyone's working together. That's awesome. I mean, so listen, we're going to put this interview out, and let's both you and I push to get #1 in the world. Okay? Let's beat out Sydney. Can we do that?
Let's beat out Sydney and let's beat out Denver. We can do this. I know we can. I know we've got a ton of music fans out there, and we want people to come through the doors and understand that we love music just as much as they do. So let us know your feedback. Let us know how your experience was. Post on socials. We want to hear from everybody. We're listening. We are here to make sure that you have a great, great time.
And where can we find the schedule of upcoming shows?
For the St. Augustine Amphitheater, find it at theamp.com. For Ponte Vedra Concert Hall, at pvconcerthall.com.
Okay, well, there you go. Now you know the AMP, #2 in the country, #3 in the world. You got to go see music show there. I mean, music brings everyone together. So check it out. And Diana Markovitz, thanks so much for joining us. That was great info, and we hope you'll come back and be on Spotlight on Florida for another day.
Thank you, Joel. It was a pleasure to be here.
Okay, that's going to wrap it up for today's show. Stay tuned. Lots more tourism news right here.